Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. And we have signing news. Yes, we have signing news. As you can see on the thumbnail, Stash signs. We got Stash for another 3 years. Tom O'Connor, or TOC as people like to call him. I call him Stash, even though in the photo, the photo we're about to show you, he doesn't have it, but he's growing it back. Got a little like 5 o'clock shadow, kind of going for the cool look. But Stash signs 3 years on, and I think it's a great deal because we're working on both fronts here. We're working on the core group, and everyone seems to be locked into 2027, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. But the core group seems to be set up, and we're making some great signings outside, and we're going to talk about what Dobson had mentioned about coming to the club and where people want to be. So smash a like on the video, get involved into the chat, subscribe if you haven't already. On our way to 900 subs. Then we're doing our thing here, and a great community we're building. So thank you all very much, and thank you for coming in. Raymond Blood is the first one. Yes, Raymond Blood is the first one. Hey, John Hampton. Hey, Josh, how you doing? I hope everyone is well. Aaron's also in the house. The Discord was going ape shit. Awesome. And as when things break, we break too with the news and the updates. But let's dive into it. Thank God, Aaron, you weren't talking about this at Rotherham. So there we go. There he is. There's the man of the day so far. Things could break today later on, and we will be on it as well. But today, Tom O'Connor signs a new 3-year deal with Wrexham AFC, and there he is, looking handsome. Except we're missing the stash and the moulet. I love it, but all good. Okay, contract news. Here we go. Wrexham AFC are delighted to announce that Tom O'Connor has signed a new 3-year contract with the club until the end of the 26-27 season. That seems to be happening. The 26-27 season. That's where everyone is. Everyone seems to be signing. Welsh Techie says, Elona. God, I think that's hello in Welsh, or I'm just totally off. But good to see you, Welsh Techie. Goes on to say, after a back-to-back promotion winner, Tom O'Connor has enjoyed 2 successful seasons with the Red Dragons, making 80 appearances in all competitions since arriving in North Wales. The former Republic of Ireland Youth International joined the club in January 22 after leaving the Sky Bet League One outfit Burton Albion. A product at Southampton's academy, the 25-year-old midfielder created many memorable moments for the club, including scoring the winner in January against Shrewsbury Town in the Emirates FA Cup third round. He's appeared 32 times in the league across the 23-24 campaign and played a key role helping the club gain promotion from Sky Bet League 2. Remember, he was out for a little bit last year, and I believe that's part of our downfall because him and Gio being out, I think put us a little bit behind. He's so pivotal. And I'm really happy about this signing. I'm really happy about it. And people wanted it too. People were calling for it. Nat from the Ramble was calling for it. Definitely. And it's happening. So good shouts. O'Connor had one year remaining on his previous contract, but he explained that it was important for him to commit his future to the club. I'm delighted. This is a quote from Stash. I'm delighted. It's been a great 2.5 years, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this journey will go. Everyone knows the pull of Wrexham. There's a real feel-good factor after back-to-back promotions. A lot of people would jump at the chance of playing for Wrexham, so I'm delighted to sign my new contract. That's great. And you can see by those quotes there, and we'll go back down to that too. We'll get his picture up while we talk. That's great. It seems like everyone wants to be on the I'm going to say this is going to sound shitty, on the train of us, where we want to go. And Dobson said it, Lewis said it, he said it, AO said it, and you can see that like we are on a upward trajectory. It might not go the way we think it's going to go, but there's an opportunity, and people want to get on and be a part of something that's good. You never want to get on the sinking ship. Wrexham are definitely not the sinking ship. And if you're a player, 22, 21, 24, 25 years old, like Stash, you want to be a part of this. It's something there's a gravitational field toward Wrexham. Love it or hate it. We love it because we're Wrexham supporters. Hate it on the other side. As you can see with the Lewis Brunt thing, going for the money, although we got him, on a fucking free. But anyways, I'm saying, people want to be a part of it. And these players, Stash has been here for 2.5 years, and he's proved himself to be a very pivotal role. And he's a core player. And these core players that we're signing on and keeping them part of the side is great. Locker room guys, fantastic. So this is all very, very positive stuff. Welsh Techie, I got that one. Hello, I got that one in. Tess says, TOC, Stash is so pivotal. Beyond excited for this. Also, just turned 25. He's part of our youth movement too. I think it's pivotal as well. And at being 25 years old and can play multiple positions is fantastic. So it's a great signing. I call it. It's a great signature to get. With 1 year on your contract, January he could probably have talked to another of the clubs, but we're locking him down. Lots going on behind the scenes. You can see what's happening here. Remember, we are 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 days away from our first match against Hanley away, 5 days away from leaving to go to the Rex Coast Tour. So on that note, Tanner's 1 year in his contract. A lot of people, despite having joined Wrexham in the National League in January of 2022, the midfielder has already gained experience in League One level, appearing 80 times in the division for Gillingham and Burton Albion, respectively. On the midfielder extending his contract with the club, manager Phil Parkinson seems to be a masterclass so far. Slow and steady wins the race in our delivery for signing players. We're pleased that Tom has signed a new contract. He's been excellent since he's joined the club, and we're looking forward to working with him again for the season ahead. This to me is a 9 out of 10. Could be a 10 out of 10 if he had the stash on, but having him be a part of the club moving forward is fantastic. So well done to the club taking care of that. Wrexham Networks News says, hey, what's up, guys? How are you? What's going on? Sheldon, what's going on? What do you guys think in the chat? Think this is a great deal. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Remember, he's going to be a part of the, if I could bring my thing over here, he's going to be a part of the 2027 club. That's Arthur Alconcru, Max Cleworth, Lewis Brunt, Elliot Lee, Paul Mullen, and George Dobson. That's the 2027 club right there. The 26 club is George Evans, Luke McNichols, Luke Bolton. Remember, Gio has an extra year on his contract. We could offer hm. So you know, that's good. Luke McNichols, Luke Bolton, Billy Boyle, Bickerstaff, and O'Connell. You know, that's the 26. But the 2027, I believe, is our core players moving forward that we can grow off of. So that's pretty good. Max, Arthur, Lewis, Elliott, Mullen, and Dobbs. So, you know, and adding him to the mix here with Stash, that's a great core group of players, and I'm liking it a lot. So that's that. Going over to the Leader, they have it too. I do like that they're working with the local paper, the Leader, and they're getting things out simultaneously. One hits and then the other one, you know, so they're definitely I'm not saying there's leaks, but they're definitely in coordination for getting this out and good information. I will say this. I know it's behind a paywall and that we pay for you lot to have it on the local pundit so we can bring the news to you. And I think it's great. So awesome. This is from Richard Williams, who is on it as well. New 3-year deal, keeping him at the race course until the end of the 26-27 season. More of the same here. It's kind of actually it's exactly the same stuff. A lot of people would jump at the chance of playing for Wrexham, so I'm delighted to sign a new contract. Good news about this is, like I said, he plays multiple positions. He has a key role, and he's been at the club for 2.5 years now. He knows how to win. He's played at this level at League One, and I think it's going to come into play this season. I think he's going to be, barring injury, I think he's going to play a huge role this season. Tess says, who are the other possible big extensions for players about their deals to expire? Barney and Cannonball. From what I can tell me if I'm not confident of anyone else long term. On that, okay, Barney. Let's see here. 25. The 25 contracts expiring are Mark Howard, Jacob Mendy, James McLean, Stephen Fletcher, Anthony Ford, Jordan Davies, Ryan Barnett, Jack Marriott, Ollie Palmer, Andy Cannon, James Jones, Billy Waters, Sam Dalby, and Liam Hall. Out of that group right there, this is my brutal honesty. That group right there in the 25s, which is next year, I'm only keeping Andy Cannon, Marriott if he does well, and maybe Anthony Ford. That's just me. What are your thoughts? Anthony Ford. Oh, Ryan Barnett. Maybe Ryan Barnett too. Ryan Barnett too. So Anthony Ford, Ryan Barnett, Andy Cannon, and Marriott if he shows up. That's my thought. So what do you think? Yeah, and again, Tess says maybe if he excels. Maybe if Marriott does excel. We'll see. So, but those are my thoughts. I want to know what you guys all think of that. You guys and gals, that is, what you guys think. Okay, moving on a little bit too, but let me talk about that a little bit more. I think he's a starter. I think he can start in the back line. I think he can also start in CDM, which he proved to do that a lot when he had to. He played more, I think, in the defense than he did in offense. He's great at both. He likes to get on the ball, has a great pass on him, great eyes, great eye for a pass, can spray the ball if he needs to, can step on the ball, which is what we need. The enforcer role, and someone mentioned this in one of the other shows, Shets, about the enforcer. And I was talking about Macca not being an enforcer. He is an enforcer, but not in the middle of the park. He's a left wing back. He's our enforcer on the left wing back. Our enforcer now will be Dobson in the middle of the park. Good thing is we're going to have depth in the middle of the field and in the back line. Guys can go in and out. If Brunt needs to play in the middle of the park, he can do it. Gio, Stash, and Dobson. We're having guys that can be fluid through the attack and defense, which is great. Tess, going back to the signings or potential signings. With Ford's injuries and already him being 30, I think this will be the last season. I'm a fan of his, but I think it is the reality. Yes. And I also think we need to get into the reality. Let me know if I'm buffering a little bit here. And sorry about the lighting. It sucks. I'm still trying to figure it out. The sun's shifting. We're going into summertime here and mornings are off. But I agree on that on 30. And you're probably right. And, we're running a football club and you can see that they're holding on to guys that could really move the team forward. Granted, Macca a little bit on the age, but I think we can get away with it in this league for another year. He's, like I said, a great leader and the back line enforcer, left wing back enforcer. So I agree with that. Upgrade for sure. Looking for a left wing back upgrade. The right, I think Bolton could have a good season. We haven't even talked about Bolton at all. We do have Bolton, didn't get to shine a lot last year, much like Marriott. I think that he's going to play a big role too, up and down that right side. We haven't even talked about that. But Stash, for example, I think is going to be great. Hi, Marie. How are you? Marie from SoCal's in the house. Hello. Again, thanks for coming in. Just a quick breaking news update show on Stash signing about 3 years. I really like this. I really like what we're doing. Granted, I said yesterday, love to get one more signing in, like an actual player in. Whether that's going to happen, I'm not sure. Players might move out. Talking about Vickers, talking about Billy Dubb, which I think will probably happen. I think that's Carlisle. They're mentioning that. Again, all rumors, not in the know. Just trying to read the tea leaves a little bit here. But if we can get a player in, I don't know if it'll happen, but I'd love to get a player in. And the kits, God damn it, I don't know, all over the place. Someone brought in the chat, not sure if it was Sheldon or north of the border or Matt or whatever, but talking about that there's no Macron on his. Well, let's go back to it. There's no Macron there. That's just a straight up golf tee with the badge on it. And I don't know. Does anyone have any update on that? Drop it in the chat. Love to know an update on the kits. But that's what we're waiting for. We're on that next. Okay, moving on here. Wanted to. I'll do the Dobson one because this happened yesterday before I get to Phil Parkinson. Dobson signed for Wrexham after a spell at Charlton. So there he is, getting into a tackle. Another great signature for our summer that just seems to be chugging along and doing good thing. Let's see. Soccer Live lists Hamley Town, but no TV coverage. What's Soccer Live? One thing we need to look at is, there was a test thing going on while I'm getting off track. I'll come back to that in a second, Marie, because I want to see what's going on the iFollow. So, okay, I'll do that in a second. But let's get to this article. What happened yesterday? Wrexham AFC is a club that the EFL that everyone wants to be at, says George Dobson, and he did mention that the other day when he came to his interviews. Remember, he's got friends in the club. He's played with Elliot Lee. He's played with O'Connell. He played with Owen O'Connell, which is good news. But Dobson said in the club for the Football League, everyone wants to be at after becoming Phil Parkinson's third signing of the summer. He spent the last 3 seasons at Charlton. He was the captain the last season, 144 games in all comps. Looking from afar, it's the club. This is what he said. This is Dobson. Looking from afar, it is the club in the EFL that everyone wants to be at, said the 26-year-old. Knowing the manager and a few other players, I really enjoyed seeing the rise of the club. I think that's the pull, like we were just talking about. Core players that want to be here. You never want to be – listen, the grass is never greener on the other side, and you want to – I hate this word too, FOMO. But if they're having so much fun here, why not try to be a part of it if you can? Maybe you take a lesser salary, whatever, just a little bit of sacrifice to make things work. But I think that's what's kind of happening. Again, the outside noise is the outside noise. And if you could just focus and you could have that connection, this went through in 24 hours. So They're saying exactly what we're saying. Like, it's a club you want to be at. It's a fascinating project with Ryan and Rob, and everything they're doing for the whole place is amazing. I've enjoyed the documentary, and I have enjoyed watching from afar. But now to be part of this is amazing. When I knew the club was interested, I made it clear to the manager that I wanted to come, and obviously he wanted me to. Worked together before. That's huge at Sunderland. He said it was a real quick process. We sorted it out really quickly, and I can't wait to get started. He's looking forward to familiar faces. I played with the gaffer at Sunderland. We had a really good relationships at Dobson. I know Elliot Lee and O'Connell from Charlton, and I played with Ollie Palmer at Wimbledon. I didn't know he played. Well, he played with Ollie, which is great. Let's see. I hope we can stream it on YouTube, Tess. Yeah, whatever's going on with the handling game, we will be a part of it for sure. Welsh Techie says the club shop has been cleared, ready for the new kit. Really? That's awesome. They have to do something. It has to be coming, or else they're playing in, last year's kit, which I doubt they will do. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not in the know. I don't know anything, but we're ready for it. Everyone wants a new kit, and I'm sure I'll buy all three, and everyone else on this will too. He goes on to say, Dobson goes on to say, he's no stranger to the third tier. Dobson knows it won't be easy for the Reds, but he is aiming high. I wouldn't be signing here if I didn't think the club could get to the championship, said Dobson. It's a very tough league this year with some really strong teams, but with the gaffer, what the gaffer has been saying to me and looking at the squad, I feel like we can be really successful in this season. There's a lot of talk about people wanting to consolidate, stay in this league. I'm in the. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, and I'll eat my words. I don't care. I want to go back to back to back. I think we can do it. God knows what'll happen. I mean, I believe that we can go after it. And some of the signings we're making, if we do a couple more, could be a real possibility. I'm not saying we're gonna win the league. Could get in the playoffs and do that, which is even harder. But I'm feeling that with what's happening with our manager, knowing the league, and some of the players that have already played in this league with a little more experience because they've come down and we've grown back into it, could be interesting. So let's see that. I'll finish this out, then I'll get to the notes in there. I feel like what we are building here, there is a lot of momentum. We have got to look to carry on growing that momentum. When asked when the supporters can expect from Dobson, he said, I'm full-hearted on the pitch, and I like to try and bring a bit of quality as well. I'm looking forward to hopefully showing the supporters that soon. I'm looking forward to it too. I want to see him. I think he might get number 4. He was wearing number 4 at Charlton. I don't know. Obviously, kit numbers change every year, so we will see. But yeah, that's a great advert for what he's saying and what Stash was just saying, and his signing of his 3-year extension, which is great. I don't know if it's an extension or it's just like a signature, just a signing. Probably just a signing because new 3-year. It's a new contract. So yeah, it's a new contract. Let's see. Tess says, referring to the Hanley game, the first game this Saturday. I hope we can stream it on YouTube if we could do that. Marie from SoCal says, list all the games that we covered on TV and what platform it will be on. Livesoccer.tv.com. I will check that out. Hold on, I'll just do it right now. Livesoccer.tv.com. This is not a porn site. Okay. Remember the Canada are playing tonight, and we're doing this Spain-France game also today, and the English Netherlands game tomorrow. Okay. Here we go. Club friendlies. This is, I'm sure, what you're referring to. Oh, I don't see. So it's in here somewhere, I'm guessing. In here somewhere. Hanley, Wrexham. Yeah, this is a list of all the friendly. Wow, that's a lot of friendlies. Yeah, so go check this out. Livesoccer.tv. That's what it is. And Wales. So that's what she's referring to. Thank you. I will definitely look into that as we go through the week. Okay. Next up is Parkinson. Yes. Hey, JB65. Hey, Josh. Hi, everyone, and hope everyone's good. JB65, my favorite message all the time. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Kicking off a Tuesday with Stash signing, and I'm so disappointed. Would it be a 10 out of 10? He's got to grow that back. Mullet and Stash. Come on now. Come on. Wrexham manager Phil Parkinson has made 3 new signings. 3 new signings and getting Stash in. This was earlier today, I believe. Was this earlier today? July 8th. No, this was yesterday. Parkinson plotting more new signings, but insists he already has a good squad at his disposal, which he does. Hence, signing Stash on, AO, and getting Elliot Lee and Mulls in there, even though fucking Mulls. God, we need to know about his injury a little bit. 3 fresh faces have come through, including AO. And this, like I said, this is yesterday. Lewis Brunt, Dobson, Parkinson said, we are still looking to improve some areas. I hope we are. But slowly but surely, we will hopefully make those signings and come the start of the season and have a squad which is strong and competitive. He seems confident in that. Slowly but surely, they're making their moves. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes, I'm sure. So you probably can understand that there's things that they don't want to leak out, because if they leak out, it's over. It's just common sense and how the game is played. Also, I don't know if you watched the Ryan Reynolds thing with Ferdy, and he's promoting his movie, the Deadpool movie. They're going around. I think he had said that he talks to all the players before they come in. I have to go back and watch it. I saw a clip of it, but I was doing something else while I was watching it, so I'm going to have to rewatch that today. But I think he said he talks to all the players, and I think he also made a pitch for Rio to come and work at the club. And someone mentioned that, maybe taking Humphrey's role. I'm not sure, but go check that out. That link was cool. I have to rewatch it and actually know what he says. But anyways, we hopefully will sign a few more players, equally work with ones we have got. So, if he's saying a few more players, that's key. I think we do need a few more players. I think we need to let some players out. I say that a lot. It was a great segment. Yes, it was a great segment. I want to go rewatch it. As soon as I get off here, I'm probably going to go for a walk and listen to it. So thank you, Marie, from SoCal. Okay, but going back to this article on what Parkinson is saying here. If he's saying we want a few more players to mesh with the squad, I like that. A few more players. We get the quality of the players that we have already brought in. We're looking in good shape. We got to cover some roles up. We got to cover some spots up. And he says it right there, improving in some areas. He said we got some really good core players at the squad already. There's players in the squad who have played at this level and above before, and there are some who will be new to the league. We will work with everybody and try to get the team that we can continue the success that we've had so far. Preseason training began last week, which is probably a bear. And he said everyone came in good shape, which you probably do. I mean, they weren't off that long, to be fair. They were not off that long. Although, the setback with Mulls having the surgery, hopefully that, doesn't keep him out for a long time, and Mendy, but we'll see. Last Monday was the first day on the grass in terms of training. Football-wise, after 3 days of testing, the pitches at Collier Park were excellent. I was really pleased with that because this is important for us so far. The lads have been working hard off season. The medical team and sports science department in particular have been liaisoning very closely with each individual, and the lads have come back in good shape. Hopefully we can keep progressing, and by the time we get on the plane to America, we are ready to embark on that great tour. So he seems confident that there are going to be more players in. I'd like to see a couple more players in, but the news of the day is that one of our core players has signed on for 3 more years, which is great, and I'm very, very excited about it. Again, would be a 10 out of 10 for me, but got to grow that stash back. So it's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I'll tell him. I'll see him in a couple weeks at the games. I'm like, stash. We got to get the stash back. I can't do this. As before we get out of here, I'm going to. Has anyone looked? There are currently no matches scheduled for live streaming, so I'm going to keep an eye on this here as well. Yesterday it said it was a test stream, not sure, but log in and do it. I have logged in. I have my account. So if we update and see anything coming on here for the Hanley game or anything coming forward, we'll let you know. So, but let's keep an eye on that. Anyways, that's good stuff. But no, good news on a Tuesday morning, waking up to that and having that pop off. So. Anyways, I'll get out of here. A quick one. We're going to be doing today at noontime PST. At noon my time PST. So that's 8 o'clock in GMT. We'll be doing the France-Spain game watch along. That should be a cracker. That should be an absolute cracker. Excited to see that. Please, can we just have some goals? I don't want to go 120 again. I think Copa America has it right. They just go. Copa America is like play the 90, right to penos. Play the 90, right to penos. This whole 120 minutes, I want to just shoot myself. So we got that game today. Tomorrow, news and updates, breaking news, whatever happens throughout today and tomorrow, and we're going to do the England Dutch game tomorrow as well. So smash a like, get involved. What do you think of the new signing? I think this is great. I think this is a great signing, and Stash is here to 27. He's part of the 27 club. Great news for us. So. I will see you all in a little bit. And on that bombshell, we'll talk soon.